Rachael Ray rose to fame in 2001 thanks to Food Network's 30-minute meals. Her relatability and fun personality made it clear that Ray would become a television fixture for years to come. Reflecting on her career beginnings, Ray told Vanity Fair in 2007, "When I went to the Food Network, I outed myself. I said, listen, you're champagne, I'm beer out of the bottle. I clearly don't belong here. I'm not a chef. You've been duped." And I got up and they said, no, stop. That's what we like. We don't want you to be a chef. Food Network President Brooke Johnson shared the same sentiment. She told the outlet, "Rachel came along with the right idea at the right time. She's got a big personality. She doesn't hide from you, and that's very attractive to people. She has a vulnerability because she's so open. That's part of her charisma." It was that same charisma that helped Ray expand her career, and in 2003 she posed for a controversial FHM photoshoot. Ray had the girl next door look, and her fashion choices reflected that, which is why these sultry photos caused quite a stir. In 2006, Ray expanded her career by launching her daytime show Rachael Ray.
5 years I've been on Food Network, national television, talking to vegetables.
The show was an instant success. Still, Ray wasn't immediately accepted by her colleagues in the food industry. An insider told Vanity Fair, "Rachael Ray comes along as an enthusiastic amateur, and some people in the food firmament bemoan it. But it's precisely why she gets through to people. It's the common touch." While her career was thriving, Ray's private life was just as eventful. In 2005, she married musician and entertainment lawyer John M. Cusimano. Speaking to People in 2018, Ray revealed how the two kicked it off. She recalled, "He told me what he had made himself for dinner the night before, and I assumed that if you're not a chef and you made what he told me he made, that he was gay. So I was going to set him up with a friend of mine, and he said, 'Oh, I'm not gay.' So we stayed out until 4 in the morning. That really was our first date."
And we have talked every day since the night we met.
We did.
As Ray's career blossomed, her style remained just as simple and relatable as her personality. The cook seemed to adore wearing cute dresses, but her looks were never unattainable. Ray was becoming a television staple, but she certainly didn't want to stray away from what her fans loved about her the most: the fact that she seemed like she was one of them. In the second half of the 2000s, Ray's personal and public life were both thriving. Continuing to showcase her adorable style and quirky personality, Ray was gaining new fans each day, as many identified with her. Her love story with Cusimano also continued blossoming, and his song Burn was famously written about her. As she was in her late 30s, many were wondering whether Ray wanted to be a mother, and the television personality clarified that children are not something she saw in her future. She told Page Six in 2007, "I feel like a bad mom to my dog some days because I'm just not here enough. I just feel like I would do a bad job if I actually took the time to literally give birth to a kid right now and try and juggle everything I'm doing." In the early aughts, Ray caused a stir with her sultry FHM photoshoot, and in 2009, the television personality doubled down on her decision to do the sexy photos. Ray reflected on ABC's Nightline, "I thought about it for a while, and I said, you know what? This magazine has as young as 17, 18-year-olds in hottie bikinis, and these are all actresses, models, pinup girls. I don't belong to any even remote club of theirs. And I thought if I'm gutsy enough to do this is a good thing for everybody." The FHM photoshoot seemingly helped Ray become even more confident in her skin, and by the end of the decade, the cook's public appearances were as stylish as ever. Yes, Ray was still a relatable girl next door type of celebrity, but she never lacked fearlessness or boldness, as the star's red carpet outfits kept proving. Glitter and metallics became staples in her wardrobe, as if to say that she wasn't afraid of the attention she was getting. Overall, Ray effortlessly explored fashion, hopping on popular trends while never looking like she wasn't being herself. While not many would necessarily consider her a bona fide fashionista, we have to appreciate Ray's ability to have fun with fashion while not losing her authenticity in it. In the early 2010s, there was a noticeable change in Ray's style. The cook began to embrace riskier outfits, going for edgier cuts that showed more skin. In fact, when Ray arrived at the Stand Up for Heroes event in New York City in November 2011, all eyes were on her look. The television personality, whose style was known as cute and trendy, showed quite a bit of cleavage in a navy dress with a deep V neckline. Similarly, when she arrived at the 2012 Daytime Emmy Awards, she turned heads in her Mark Bauer dress. Still, as she approached her mid-40s, Ray was ready for some changes, and in 2012, 30-minute meals came to an end after 11 years on the air. In the mid-2010s, Ray embraced the power of wearing black, often opting for head-to-toe outfits in the color. Ray also embraced the style for red carpet events. It's chic and universally flattering, but Ray always ensured her black outfits weren't boring by playing with a variety of materials and textures. Around the same time, Ray opened up about her roots. In a 2013 conversation with Forbes, Ray revealed just how big of an impact her mother and grandfather had on her career. She told the outlet, "My mom worked in restaurants for 60 years, and what I learned from her is a lot. Take your work very seriously, but don't take yourself too seriously. Work harder than everyone else and never complain about it." Ray also revealed that it was her family who instilled her work habits in her. She added, "My mom and my grandfather believe that you shouldn't go to bed if you're not physically or mentally tired each day, or you wasted your day. My grandfather taught me that there's really only one choice in life. Life will be up, life will be down, but when it comes to you, you can laugh at it or you can cry at it."
But if there is a heaven, the first meal I want is with my first dog, Boo, and with my grandpa.
Looking back, there's no denying that this kind of mindset helped Ray reach many of her career achievements over the years. By the mid-2010s, it was clear that Ray wasn't slowing down anytime soon. She'd come a long way since her career beginnings and was fully aware that Food Network had taught her some important life lessons. She told the Food Network in 2015, "I don't really know anything, and I think that's what makes our shows popular, you know? It's a conversation, and I like to learn. And I think that most genuine television is about sharing, and I try and be curious and dedicated and authentic when I go to work." In 2016, Ray appeared in the miniseries Gilmore Girls: A Year in the Life, a revival of the 2000s hit show Gilmore Girls. Often appearing at industry events with her husband, Ray proved that statement pieces are fashion favorites of hers. While she kept her color palette in the sphere of dark neutrals, the celebrity cook didn't fear glitter, sequins, leather, or statement jewels. These elements helped her achieve intricate fashion moments without looking like she tried too hard. As she approached her 50s, Ray looked better than ever. The television icon nailed down her style to perfection, including what colors and cuts suited her best. Her hair and makeup game was also flawless, and the star exuded confidence and charisma like never before. Being perfectly content with her personal life undeniably played a role in that too. Speaking to People in 2018, Ray revealed what Valentine's Day looks like for her and her husband. She told the outlet, "He makes me a playlist every year, and I make him his favorite meal, which is pasta carbonara. I give him a bouquet of salamis from around the world because he just loves pork. What are you gonna do?" A bouquet of salamis definitely isn't the most lavish celebrity Valentine's Day gesture, but her husband loves it. Ray admitted that for her, Valentine's Day has become so much more than a holiday designated just for lovers. She said, "You don't have to have a partner to appreciate it. I've thrown many Valentine's Day parties for my mom and for friends. I think it's a great day to be mindful of those you're supposed to love year-round."
Wife happy. Happy wife, happy life.
Seriously.
In 2019, Ray finally ventured into the fashion industry by launching the e-commerce platform Moxie Made. She told Forbes, "I am passionate about supporting female creatives because I am one. We've been hearing for years how women do not feel supported by other women in the workplace, but thankfully I've experienced the polar opposite. I know a lot of women that are incredibly supportive of each other and wanted to continue exemplifying that in my work by launching Moxie Made." Moxie Made, which seems to have fallen off in the years since, also carried Ray's handbag line, Velour, which was a passion project for the television personality. Ray explained, "I think that everyone should live a bold and courageous life. I wanted to express an idea that these are bags you can take out in the rain. These are bags that will last. These are bags that do more than one thing. These are bags that are sold at a great value." While her career was thriving, Ray's personal life went through a challenging period in 2020 when her home in Lake Luzerne, New York burned down.
In the years that I lived here, I learned an awful lot.
However, the star courageously marched onward, focusing on her career and the good in her life. Ray's style also remained quirky and fun. As with most celebrities, Ray's career slowed down during the coronavirus pandemic, but that doesn't mean she withdrew completely from the spotlight. By 2022, she was back on red carpets, wowing us with her fashion choices. For the New York City premiere of the National Geographic documentary We Feed People, Ray wore a monochromatic off-white look that could have easily been too bland were it not for the different textures. That same year, Ray also attended Sonia Skarloff's A Love Letter to New York City exhibition, and for the occasion, she wore a stunning black ensemble with gold detailing. In a candid conversation with Tasting Table, Ray admitted that while her career has had many eras, she's the most proud of her philanthropy work. She said, "I created a foundation to support philanthropy to give back to the world because I don't have human children. I have dogs, but I wanted to give back to humans first. We started our initiatives by benefiting school food, feeding the hungry, and improving year-round food security for the young people in America." In 2023, the daytime show Rachael Ray aired its final season. And with that, the television personality closed a significant chapter of her career. In 2024, Ray launched her own podcast, I'll Sleep When I'm Dead. That same year, Ray opened up about how she was treated for choosing not to have children. She said on her podcast, "Boy, did I get bashed for it over the decades." Ray also revealed that her pets help her be a better person and they help her through hard days. She said, "It makes you a better human to have an animal because it just makes you happier and better. And you have all this love in your life all the time, no matter what." Now in her late 50s, Ray is full of life, and she's eager to share the knowledge she's accumulated over the years with the younger generations. She told Eating Well in 2025, "You should never, ever, ever try to impress anyone except yourself. We all make mistakes, but the best advice is to not dwell on them, but to be grateful that you got up and to get up and move on." Her style has remained fun over more than 2 decades in the spotlight, but more importantly, it's her bubbly personality and complete honesty that have helped Ray remain relevant for so long. Her fashion choices today are quite different from the ones she made in the early aughts, often more conservative but still in the same color palettes. However, they're just as authentic to her persona, and if there's one thing we can all learn from Ray, it's that being yourself is really the only way to success.